Hi there, my name is Stacey Maynard, and I wanted to come to you today to talk about LinkedIn. I'm getting a lot of questions these days. People are working from home, people are realizing that they're in the online world a little bit more often than they normally are. What's the most important things to do with my LinkedIn profile so that I'm found by other people? And when I connect with other people and they look at my profile, they see what's right for me. Hang on one sec. So the first thing that I would say is to focus on the top part of your profile, meaning that the headline is the most important part, hands down, but I'll talk about that in a second. I want to talk about all the other aspects that are a little bit more important than others. So look at the top down. So the first thing that someone sees when they click on your profile is your header image. This is a fantastic visual real estate, such a great opportunity for you to showcase what you do in a visual way. Unfortunately, we're in a world of today that people aren't reading anymore. They don't want to know by reading a bunch of text sort of what's going on and what you do. They can immediately look at a picture and see, oh, that's what they do. So focus on that piece. There's lots of different ways that you can get images. If you're a speaker, do you have an example of maybe you speaking? If you do workshops, do you have a picture of you facilitating? If you have a product, that would be a great place to showcase that product as well. But if we go down a little bit, you've got your name, that's sort of that box right underneath the header image where you've got your name. I encourage you to just have your name there. Don't add a whole bunch of other text after your name. Your contact information is there, so make sure that that's complete. I always laugh when I get people, when I do this in front of a bigger audience, I get a lot of questions about, well, what email address should I have in there? Or should I put my phone number in there? I'm a firm believer that the more information that you provide, the more likelihood that somebody's actually going to get in contact with you. So make sure you have your professional email address in there. And I do like to have my phone number in there as well. If we go down a little bit further, we do get your headline. And this, I cannot emphasize enough, your headline is literally the most important part of your profile. Okay, I care if you do everything else, but this is where I really need you to focus your time. And I'm going to give you the three things that you need to include in your headline in order for it to make sense for the person who's reading your profile. But the first thing I need you to understand is that the profile is not about you. Who's the star of your profile is a question that I ask in every one of my talks. I love the answers that I get, but 90% of the time I get well, I'm the star of my own profile. It's my profile. Of course I'm the star. Well, the fact is that you're not the star of your profile. Your client is actually the star of your profile. Your prospect is the star of your profile. You need to write it with the person in mind that you want to do business with, because the only thing that's in their brain is what's in it for me, and more, what's in it for me. So the three things that you need in your headline is what you do, who you are, and who you help. So if you use, say, mine as an example, who I am and what I do is kind of lumped together in regards to, I do LinkedIn training, I'm a podcast producer, I'm a speaker, I'm a trainer. What do? I help businesses sort of establish their professional voice. That's kind of the who I am and what I do. But the piece that a lot of people miss in their headline is the who they help. This really helps when you are found in a search and you're seeing sort of a whole list of people and you're like, well, which one is relevant to me? If they just have a whole lot of the what and focused on them, you can't necessarily relate that to you and your business. So if you put in the who, like I help organizations and entrepreneurs, they understand that they can come to me with the problem that they have, and I do definitely work with them. So I encourage you. The reason I emphasize so much that the headline is so important is that it follows you everywhere on LinkedIn. So if you connect with somebody, they see your headline. If you post something on LinkedIn, they see your headline. If you comment on someone else's post, they see your headline. So that's really, really important. And as you go further down on the profile, the about section is extremely important. I love the featured section that's right underneath the about section. So the about section is about 2,000 characters. Write about yourself. I know it's hard to kind of put that pen to paper and write about how awesome you are, but make it like it's a summary of your profile. This is my education. This is my background, a little bit about my story, what I've done in the past, throw in a little bit of education and accomplishments so people really understand immediately by reading that sort of what you're all about. fill in your experience section, and just go through all of the other sections on LinkedIn to make sure that they're complete. Have you published anything? Projects, organizations you're part of? There's so much opportunity on LinkedIn to really outline all the different aspects of who you are. And once your profile is done, I encourage you to reach out to connections. But don't reach out to everybody and don't accept connections from everybody. Make sure that they make sense for you and your business. So understand who is important to have as part of your network and who are those prospects that you would like to build a relationship with, especially on this professional platform. Then it comes to content and engaging in other people's content. I can't emphasize this one enough. It's extremely important, even more so than putting your own content out there, is engaging in other people's content. So focus on your listening strategy. This is a strategic time. We're all online, and to use your time effectively, looking at what other people are saying on LinkedIn, what are they posting, and putting your 2 cents worth in, a valuable comment into their feed, into their post, or commenting below their post, is so important, because the amount of people that will actually see your post and your comment is it's so high. I'm shocked at the engagement level that we get when we just comment on someone else's post. You stay in front of the author of that particular post. The other people who have posted or have commented on that post also see you. You also get the expansion into your own network because they see that you've commented on someone else's post. So that sort of one comment really does expand your visibility on LinkedIn huge. And then, of course, the whole point of social media in general is to build trust. I cannot emphasize that one enough either. We want to build trust. We want to build relationships. We want to give value. So I encourage you to focus on your content strategy in regards to what you're posting on LinkedIn. Engage with other people. You can do it on your phone, right? We all have phones. You can absolutely grab your phone, go through your feed and put in those comments on other people's posts, which is amazing. But like I said, the whole point of social media is, drumroll, is to get off of social media. A little bit more difficult in today's world where we're actually all social isolating and we're all working from home. However, the whole point of social media is to get off of social media. And I'm not telling you to go meet with everybody in a coffee shop or anything like that, but getting off of social media means you want them to go to your website. Maybe you want them to get onto your list. Maybe you want to have a virtual coffee date with them. Maybe you just want to get them on the phone in that old-fashioned way. What a concept, right? Getting somebody on the phone. But if you can build a relationship with your prospects, put content in front of them that's relevant to them, make comments on other people's posts that's also relevant so you get more visibility in front of your prospects. Then when you reach out to them through direct messaging and you say, hey, would you like to have a virtual coffee date, or would you mind 15 minutes on the phone? I'd like to learn more about your business. The odds of them saying yes are going to be higher because you're now a warm lead. They know who you are. They've seen your stuff. They understand, and they have that trust factor already. So that when you do reach out and have that conversation, they're ready to have that conversation with you as well. So that is what you can do on LinkedIn today. I encourage you to go and do that. But before you do anything, job one is your profile. Make sure you have that complete. And the number one thing to focus on your profile is your headline. Oh, and the only other thing I forgot when it came to your profile, can't believe I forgot to say this, was your photo. So make sure you have your photo there of you. And I emphasize that one because unfortunately, people have put out photos of other people in their own profiles, which is crazy. But make sure you have a professional photo of yourself. This is somebody's first impression of you. And the one thing that they want to see is you. So have your professional photo. So make sure your profile is complete. That is one thing you can definitely do on LinkedIn while we're all working from home, and then work it. Make sure that you're connecting with other people. Build that relationship. Continue to post valuable content so that they can get to know you, so that when you do reach out to them to take that relationship to the next level, they're seeing you as a trusted individual in your industry and they're ready to talk. I look forward to connecting with you on LinkedIn. If you do have your profile done or if you have any questions, just reach out to me.